Hello, I am your host, Raul Mendoza, host of the Right People, Right Places podcast, and we are here at the Chicago Build Expo 2025. I'm so excited to have this conversation with Alyssa, who I'll introduce to you here momentarily and just give you a little more background on her, but we're going to be talking about Built with Grit is what we're calling this episode. Built with Grit, the hustle and heart of building a business and a family. And just to give you some background on Alyssa, which we're excited to have on, Alyssa's an entrepreneur. She's cut off the same cloth as us. We're all entrepreneurial here. And she's a community leader. She's a mom of two. And her husband as well was in the armed, or still is in the armed forces.
Still in the Army.
And is a police officer as well. So she's got a young growing family. She's mastered the art of balancing ambition with authenticity. There's all kinds of authenticity in this episode already. She's the founder and small business owner of Belladonna Media and Marketing Group, where she helps local businesses tell their stories, build their brands, and connect with their communities. She serves in the community. She's been deputy village clerk for the village of Addison. Are you still doing that?
No, I recently left.
Okay.
Took my business full time.
There you go. That's right, which we'll talk about more. And so she's actively serving in the community, doing big things. But I was so excited to have her on to hear her story and to get to know her because she actually helped us when we got here.
No, you helped me too because I was just as lost.
You know, us small business owners have to stick together. So
we got to lean on each other. It's how we grow.
That's right. Alyssa, it's such an honor to have you on. I'm so excited to jump into this conversation. So let's just get into it. Tell us the story. Share the story of how you got into Belladonna. You know, give us a little background on you. What got you into social media? What got you into this space?
So interesting enough, I worked in local municipality for about 10 years. So I had started there, jumped around, but I kind of landed out of the mayor's office. So I was doing PR, economic development, and I had my hand with a lot of the workforce development things within the village. And I got to meet a ton of different businesses and produce things just like this for them. And I just fell in love with it. I started my business about 3.5 years ago. And funny enough, I was actually side hustling. I was bartending at a place and I was still working full time. And one of the regulars that came in, he was like, hey, he was a videographer. He's like, if you get me a wedding, he's like, I'll cut you a check for X amount. And I was like, how about if you let me fix your social media because it's a mess? It's like, if you get any leads from that, I get a cut. He's like, what if I just paid you to run my social media? It's social media. And I was like, oh my God, that's a job. I, started it. I was like, do I do it? Do I not do it? And then I thought about it and I was like, you know what? Why not? So I started it and it was just this little side hustle to kind of help me pay down student loans, which are hard. Okay. Yeah, a whole nother podcast. So I was like, you know what? Let's give it a go. I started it. I doubled it the first year, doubled it again the second year. Now this is 3.5 years of doing it. And I finally took the leap and started doing it full time. So this is actually my first week full-time entrepreneur.
Come on. So, congratulations.
Well, thank you. So I found this expo. One of my clients is actually here and they're going to be here all day today and yesterday. And I was like, you know what? Why don't I go? Some of my best clients are in the trades. So I work with people all over the board, but I figured this is a great place. There's a lot of small businesses here. So.
Totally. Yep. I mean, we're small business. So this is a great place to be. This is our first time at the expo as well. So lots of firsts for both of us.
Yes, absolutely.
Good stuff. Well, let's talk about this topic of grit. You know, built with grit. Obviously, I could tell you're a gritty person making it happen at home and at business. I would love to hear from you. You know, what does grit mean to you personally?
Grit to me is continuing to do something through adversity.
That's good.
I've had a really rough life and I've continued to just show up for myself and fight, and you stay resilient through your tough times.
Yep.
And I think through doing things like that, it just makes you a stronger person. And I think you can kind of translate that into all facets of your life, whether that's business, in your home, in your relationships.
Yep.
So I left home when I was 14.
Wow.
And I've made it happen my whole life. So for me, like, even though this is something that is a lot of work, it's not scary to me. And it's everything that happens to you for a reason.
Yep. I'm with you. What would you say is the thing that keeps you motivated, that keeps you at it, even on your darkest day?
5 years ago, if you asked me that, it would be success.
Yep.
And now it's family.
I love it.
I want to build something for my family, for all of us to work together and be together. You spend more time. I realize this working in the corporate municipal world, but really it's just like a corporate world, right? Like you're there every day, sometimes 16-hour days, and you're spending all that time with other people. I would love to build something. My husband, same thing. Like that's our goal, is to build an empire. I've always said like, I want to build my own empire. And I've worked 2-3 jobs my whole life. So this was like, for us, this was like, like, okay, we need to pivot and build our own empire for our family so we can bring our kids in, because I want to spend that time with my kids. I want my kids to be in the office 9 to 5 and we're failing together and we're succeeding together and we're experiencing life together.
Yes.
And not with, Brenda from finance that hates my guts. I never even did anything to her in the first place. You know what I mean? And it's like,
just kidding.
you know what I mean? It's like, you're spending all this time with other people. And like, you're replaceable there. You're not replaceable in your home life or in your own business.
That's right. Yeah, it's up to you to make it happen or not. It's not up to anybody else. Like, you're the one that's getting up in the morning. And then I totally resonate with that. Family, I think there's no better and bigger motivator and sustainer than family to keep you going, So and plus,
showing up for them,
exactly.
Because they're gonna see from us, right? They're gonna see from their parents, like, oh, like I want my kids to remember me, like, oh my God, my mom worked her ass off.
Yeah,
and
totally.
I met somebody here and it was a family business and she was like 23 and she's going around and she's like, yeah, my dad's really smart and he made this like QR code thing. And I'm like, oh my God, this is amazing.
That's so cool.
That's also like the cool part of working with other small businesses, because they really care about their work.
Yep.
And they care about what they do and they care about taking care of their people that work for them, because it's small. You're not just a number.
Totally. Yeah. You got to wear multiple hats. You got to figure out ways to make it work. And
absolutely.
There's no other environment where you kind of just have to try it out, because you got to do it. Someone's got to do it. So
failing is okay.
Yep.
And I think that's my biggest advice to anybody, is don't be afraid to fail.
Yep.
I think too many people now are afraid to fail.
Yeah.
And it really, it holds people back.
Totally.
When your failure could open up another door for you.
Absolutely.
And you just don't know it.
Yep. I'm so with you there. That's so great. That's so great. Well, continuing on this theme here, I think, you talked about your family. You talked about what's rewarding to you even now. And just to continue down that vein, what's been the most rewarding part of building a business that serves others while also aligning with your values? Obviously, you talked about that with your family. Is there anything else that you want to share in that respect?
I think my favorite part of owning my own business is making my own schedule and spending more time with my kids.
That's amazing.
I mean, granted, it's still new, but my first day home, my oldest came in and she's like, are you going to work today? I'm like, no, I'm working from home today. And she's like, oh my God, thank you, mommy. And it was like, you're never going to get those times back, Once they go to school, life goes so fast and it's like, boom, they're out of the house.
Totally.
You can't buy time.
That's right. So many lessons here. There's a lot of clippable lessons here.
I'm an old soul.
I love it. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's so good. Oh, there's so many different ways I want to go with this. And what would you say is one challenge that you faced as a woman entrepreneur that taught you a lesson that you still carry today, whether it's now or whether it's in your past?
In my career, I would say being a woman affects you differently across like different platforms. Like definitely there's a lot of systematic things in the way, right? Like if you're working for a corporation and you have babies and you have to take your sick time, right? Men aren't taking as much sick time. They're able to retire earlier. They're able to do more things that we're not able to do. So I saw those types of things, but I definitely think there has been situations where like if me and my husband are somewhere, they're looking to him and not looking at me.
Sure.
But I think that's just like an experience period. Like the higher you move up any corporate ladder, there's going to be people that just, and those are those people and you're not going to change their minds. But I think the best revenge is success, and that's it.
I love it. I love it. So, I mean, you've touched on so many things already, how you define success, Well, let's talk about that. How would you define success? Obviously, having your time. You've shared some of these things, but is there anything else you want to share?
Being happy. Being happy.
Yep.
Because not a lot of people get to choose to be happy in their life.
Yeah.
And they're forced to do something, whether it's to survive or maybe it's to provide for their kids, and they don't have those opportunities or haven't been able to create a space to have those opportunities for themselves. Being happy is the utmost important part of it.
Yeah.
And it's having your time and getting your time back and working with good people. I think that's another perk too, because I mean, I have not done it a lot, but there has been times where I'm like, this is just not a good fit, you know, and respectfully, you know, there's somebody out there that will manage your social medias way better than I can.
Yep.
But being able to have that say.
Yeah, you can pick your customers. You can pick, you know, it's like they could be a great paying customer, or they can be, you know, but they may not be the right fit.
Right.
You know, but you get to choose that.
Right.
You know, and
my mom told me, so this is like kind of a funny story because I was still kind of fresh doing it.
Yeah.
So I had started my business and I got pregnant. It was my first baby. And my mom was like, well, so I'm starting to email people like, hey, I worked ahead 3-4 months. I'm not going to be able to respond right away, but I will get to you. And my mom's like, don't tell them you're having a baby. She's like, what if they don't want to work with you? I'm like, if they don't want to work with me, then they're not my people, you know?
Yes.
And I've had no issues, you know, because you're working with other small businesses.
I love it. I love it. You've already talked about your kids, which is great. What would you, if you could go back and tell yourself one thing before starting the journey, what would that be?
Don't give up.
Don't give
It gets better. It gets better.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to keep going. It's definitely, I mean, like the episode title, got to stay gritty.
Got to. You know, you don't see the progress when you're doing it every day. You don't see what you're actually working on. But I think that's like with anything, right? Like if you're working on a project and you're working, like when I was working for the village, there's so many projects that I had a hand on. And when you're in it, you don't see what you're doing because you're just doing it.
Yes.
And then when it's finished and you step back and you see other people enjoying it or experiencing it or benefiting from something you created, then you're like, holy shit,
you did it.
You did that. And you don't know it when you're in it. So like even the tough days, you're like, oh, why am I doing this thing that you know, it's so hard to get here. You can make any excuse for anything, right? And it could be terrible. It could be. But like at the end of it, you got that degree or you got whatever it is. Like, just keep going. It gets better. Because sometimes, you know, you just get stuck in that. You're like, oh, this is just never going to get better for me. And it's like you got to work on your mindset to get out of it and do the actions. As long as you're working towards something,
yes,
it will always pay out, even if it fails, because you will learn something.
You're going to learn something. That's for sure. There's definitely no shortage of learning in the world of entrepreneurship. That's for darn sure.
Life is coming at you, whether you want it to or not.
I love it. I love it. Well, if there's anything else that you've dropped so many insights already, which is great.
Thank you.
But if there's anything else that you'd want to leave our audience with today, just regarding entrepreneurship, building a family, that you think that you'd like to leave them with as we close the episode, what would that be?
Oh man. I think what I've seen and this is my experience, in my opinion, I've worked with lots of boards. I've worked with lots of startups. I've worked with a lot of different clienteles and different bases. I think sometimes people get caught up on things being perfect.
Yeah.
And my advice is don't get stuck on, well, I'm not going to do this until this is something.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the times you're never going to get to that point and it holds you back.
Yep.
I have found that people who you, of course, want to plan.
Yep.
But if you are doing it, stop thinking about it and stop thinking, well, I'm going to do or I need to do or this isn't perfect so I can't release it yet. Just doing it is like 75% of the battle.
Absolutely.
So like Nike, like just fucking do it.
Yeah, there you go.
Just go for it. You got to go for it.
So just do it. If
Just do it.
you've been contemplating that business idea, you've been contemplating doing that thing that you've been afraid of for the last 20 years, you're hearing it from Alyssa today. Go do it.
Doesn't need to be perfect.
Doesn't have to be perfect. Just do it, and you're going to learn along the way. And you'll probably fall on your face a few times. You'll look silly. But you know what? You'll get a good lesson out of it, and you won't take yourself as seriously, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Excellent. It's been such a pleasure to have you on. So if folks wanted to find you, where can they find you? Feel free to share with them.
So Belladonna Media Marketing Group, that's my company. You can find us on Instagram, LinkedIn, I said Instagram.
That's okay. You can say it again.
You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Belladonna Media Marketing Group, all together, no spaces. I'm Alyssa Smith, so you can find me through all that stuff if you want to follow, connect, ask questions. I work with people all the time just to help them get on track if they need it. So.
Fantastic. For all your social media needs,
I'm your girl.
This is who you want to call up. And just to say as well, with this episode, when we release it, we'll go ahead and provide the link in the comments to her LinkedIn profile. So if you want to reach out to her and connect with her that way. Also for this episode, you can find us on anywhere you get podcasts. So Apple, Spotify, and then also we do have it on YouTube. This video will be there and you can look us up there. So feel free to subscribe for more episodes like this. And we'll catch you next time on another episode of The Right People, Right Places.
Thank you.